So, hello, and a massive hello to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. This is 50 Pips, rocking and rolling 15th of May, 2019. No trade calls or recommendations or response for their own stuff. We're here for educational purposes only. So, I wanted to do a little bit of an update. Well, we can look at some charts, but basically just to answer a question or something that keeps on coming up recurrently on Twitter, right? And what happens is inevitably I may post a chart and somebody replies to the chart, or somebody sends me a chart saying, let's say here we've got the Russell, and saying, oh, well, we think, or I think that this is going to play out like this. What do you think? Or we think that the path of least resistance is here. Or we think that market is in a big downtrend and it's going to go like this, or it's in a big uptrend and it's going to go like this. What do you think? And my standard reply tends to be, sure, could play out, or anything's possible, right? Because nobody knows. Everything's really possible. And today somebody replied actually with the only right answer, really, and if you're going to answer that to me, and the answer was, okay, well, something along the lines, okay, but you said it's possible, but the question is it probable, right? And that's the, of course, the key question is it probable? What I mean with the reply is, I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just that it's not the way we tend to look at charts, right? And that means that we don't believe we have a crystal ball, and we have no idea on how things are going to play out. So clearly we can have an educated guess, right? So if you're looking at this chart of the Russell, and let's do two things. So for example, if you're looking at the bull case, well, here, if you assume that we've put a low, well, the assumption could be, okay, well, here now we're going to break through these moving averages, head back into that pivotal level, which is the 1600. We'll see a little bit of a pullback, because it's usually you don't go knife through butter on these levels. When we pull back, those moving averages should be support. We'll break higher, make a new high, and then on any move lower, the previous resistance will act as support, and we're going to go back up to test these highs. That makes complete sense, right? That makes complete sense. Or the bear case is, okay, we've broken back down, we're rallying back here. You'll see the sellers trying to come in and protect the 50 back of this move from A to B. You've got nice confluence with these two moving averages. So off there, the bear move is going to continue. We're going to break lower. Then any rebound, that 100 is going to be previous support, is going to act as resistance, and we're going to go lower, right? And to us, those are educated guesses, but we never believe that we actually have any kind of edge or any kind of certainty on how things will play out. So we can try and draw something like that to highlight what could happen. But if anybody asks me, what do you think of this scenario? The only answer I could give is, yeah, sure, it's possible. I mean, then depending on the chart, based on the context, it may or may not be probable. But again, I just want to highlight, I'm really not trying to be difficult. It's just that that's not how we look at charts. We don't believe in planning out things that way, okay? Now, as always, we subscribe to what people say is that the classical thing is that good traders look to the left of the chart, but the really great traders look to the right. And of course, you have to make an assumption on what's going to happen, but we like to look at things one step at a time. So if our base case was the bull case here, that this is made a low, and we think, okay, that's it, we're going to go back and retest those highs, we would not draw it out and expect it to play out a specific way. We would understand that the key levels to watch are 1, 2, right? Those are the two key levels, and how action reacts around that could possibly shape up the move, right? Or if our base case is that this is all going to unwind because this whole rally and it's being propped up on hopium, blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows the spiel, and we're going back into the lows. We know that the levels we need to watch are 1, 2, and 3 if we've actually topped and we're going to move back lower. So that's the way we like to look at it. And then we'll shape our thinking based on how price reacts at a specific level. But we have absolutely no conviction, no certainty on how price is going to react in the future at a specific level. We don't have any conviction or any certainty on exactly how anything can play out, because we believe that, to a certain extent, the moves are random. There's a lot of uncertainty, and context is going to dictate how price reacts at levels. We believe it's extremely important to do your homework, have some kind of an idea of what's likely to play out, have a very good idea of what are the key levels that are going to serve as bull bear lines going forward. But again, we're always open to any kind of possibility. And what I always say, and you won't hear me say, I'm surprised. No, I'm never surprised, because my base case assumption is that anything can happen, right? I may think that something has more or less chance of happening based on some notion or some kind of probability, whether that may be how something tends to react historically based on a data set around a specific event. That may be based on how we're trading inside some kind of weekly pivot, based on how we're trading in relation to Bollinger Bands, based on how we are trading in relation to specific ATR for the chart we're looking at. But again, no surprise, anything can happen, anything will happen. We're never excited by velocity of move inside range. Our only focus is on doing our homework, understanding levels, focusing to see how price reacts around specific levels, and always overlaying that with the context and some notion of what probabilities are on what we basically look at is expected range on a day, week, month level. Okay? Hope that was useful. Have an awesome day, everybody. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.